Zachariah, turn it down some. You know how to do that?
Nope.
There you go. That was bleeding over into my stuff. All right. Oi.
You gotta be kidding me. Wait, not yet. I need to collect these coins. Wait. They gotta be another one. Nope. Okay, where did you want to go? Now, where y'all?
Well, of course there's no sound at the moment.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Oh, wow.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Wow. Finally, I got my sword. Ah, Warbroker. Now that's something.
Says shotgun.
Finish set 3.
Oh man. All right. So testing. 1, 2, 3. Good. Y'all, you're gonna hear my little sperm soldier in the background. He's playing Naruto right now and having a blast.
No.
Boom. But anyway, let me go ahead and jump into this.
I did everything right, so why does it feel the same? I have a 20-year career, a degree, a trade, all of it. So we're still watching every dog, cutting back, thinking twice about everything we spend money on. Why does it feel exactly like I'm in my 20s again?
It's not that serious,
I
but
did
I
not
wanted
just
to
say
try
North
this
America.
new soap. So I went to the store to see if it had it. It sold out. So I went with the person's recommendation. It was similar. It was just in a liquid instead of a bar soap. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll buy it. $20. And then I realized that my dog's food had ran out last night. $50. Like I could have
This
just
is North
eaten egg and
America.
not spent anything.
They're doing
but
maintenance on the
I
server.
wanted to try this new facial soap. You're not
So
struggling
mad
because
right
you're
now.
not working hard enough. You're not struggling because you're lazy or you don't have a work ethic or you don't want to work. You're struggling because the system is broken and it's designed for you to fail.
Oh man, come
Don't let the
on.
boomers sit here and gaslight you and make you believe that you should be able to
They're working
afford
on
the
the
high cost of
European and
living.
North
It is no
America
longer
for updates.
possible for the average
So I
person
can't even
to
play.
survive, so give yourself grace and never allow
That's
a boomer to
caca.
try you.
People have done
I'm
everything
mad.
right, but they still
I'm
feel
upset
behind
right
in
now.
America. Why is that? Well, that's simple. It's
I
not
know
you,
why they
it's
feel
the
behind in
economy,
America.
and it's our older generation that taught us what to do to be successful, but that no longer applies. The rules have changed. The economy has changed. Things have gotten exponentially more expensive, and we're seeing this with our economy. The job market is absolutely terrible. People are coming
Job market
out
is
of college
trash.
with a degree and they can't even get an entry level position because they're requiring years of experience. This is setting people back and it's causing a huge disruption with our younger generation because now they're growing up and going into adulthood with depression and they feel like all that hard
Facts.
work, all those all-nighters, and all that money spent on their education went to nothing
It
because they're
really
not
did.
able to build and start that life that they were once promised. And if
True.
you're feeling that way, just know that you're not alone. A lot of other people are also feeling that way as well. And let me know in the comments below how you're doing. Take a look at the rest of these clips.
I just saw how much my rent is living in California and it really pissed me off. It's actually almost $1,000 more than what I thought I was paying. Starting now and every single month until I move
She
out,
said I'm a
I'm going
kept
to be
woman,
putting
I
in a
guess.
new service request for them to fix something around my house. I don't even fucking care if it's broken. They can come in and replace it. This month I asked them to come and trim the bushes and like weed whack around my unit. This is absolutely fucking ridiculous. In case you were curious. So if you could start sending me some of your maintenance request ideas in the comments, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
The cost of living has gone up 237% from the year 2000 to the year 2026, and salaries have only gone up 93%. But it's our Starbucks and avocado toast, right? That's why we can't survive. I'm going to tag the original creator that said this statistic in his videos, Justin the Millennial. And when he said this out loud, it literally felt like a punch in the gut to me.
I imagine it would.
Because we as millennials were sold the dream that you graduate high school, you go to college, you get a good job, you make 100 grand, you'll be able to afford a house, men will be able.
Look, I'm gonna have to stop there real quick, just because there was so many people who went to college and they would look down on me because I didn't go and get a degree. I'm not gonna say I dropped out of college, but I had to get withdrawn from college due to the fact that what I was going for, due to my disabilities from the military, my counselor was like, "You're not gonna be able to do this job in longevity." Like my veterans, what is it? My voc rehab counselor, she told me I wasn't gonna be able to do that job for the long run. So I ended up having to change careers. And when I changed careers, I just went back to what I enjoy doing, which is technical things, IT, cybersecurity, and those types of things. And I told people all the time, I was like, you realize that those degrees are not going to mean anything, because at the time when I was in school, there were people who had master's degrees and they could not get work in their field, or either they would end up getting work in their field but be making so little that it would take them, they wouldn't even be able to pay off their student loans. And I told everybody, I was like, look, college is a scam. I'm like, in America, college is a scam. The only thing that it's used for is to make more money. Not gonna lie, I love having homegirls. That's random as hell, Jay. I was like, look, college is damn near a scam because it's not doing anything for you in the long run. It's giving you a bunch of debt to where you're gonna get to a job that is not going to pay you the amount that you need financially to survive. I told people all the time, go the trade route. Because as long as people are living in houses, they're going to need plumbers. They're going to need people to put up houses. They're going to need electricians. And then with all those things that are going on, the electricians, the plumbers, the people who build houses, the drywallers, the painters, you're always going to have work. Because there's always going to be people who are looking for those things, for those houses. Because as long as there's people, people are going to need somewhere to live. I mean, I've got a background in electrical work, but everybody wanted to talk down on me, and now look at them and look at me. My, how the roles have reversed.
To make babies, their wives will be able to stay home with those babies, and we'll just have this
Yo,
happy-go-lucky,
respect.
peachy
Thank you
life.
for the.
However,
Thank you
houses
for the
that
hearts.
cost
How's it? Thank you for the hearts.
185
Thank you for the
grand
hearts.
in the year 2000 now cost 485 grand in
Level
the
8
year
now? Big up.
2026. Millennials were sold a dream that does not exist. What we were sold is not plausible. It's not reachable. It's not achievable. Gas was not $5 or $6 a gallon. Okay. Coffee was not $9 a piece. The grocery store did not cost you $4, $5, and $600 for the week. So the next time a boomer looks at me and says, well, if you didn't get your coffee once a week and you didn't eat out with your family once a week and you didn't do anything with your kids like the carnival or the zoo or splurge, you might be able to buy a house.
Wow.
No, we can't. And if we are, we have a $3,000 to $4,000 mortgage. So I'll stay in my house that I rent for $2,000 right now because again, the dream you sold us millennials, not achievable.
The weather is changing drastically in the UK for the best, and I am determined not to put on the central heating until the end of October.
Hey, Jay, you still here?
And they are now, when I mean these adolescents, they've now decided to go and buy themselves little heaters and be putting on the heater. If it's not that, whereby I'm looking for heaters to confiscate, they're putting on the lights mindlessly. I don't know why people will go into a room they cannot switch on the lights. My God. Things are hard. They need to move out for them to actually know the cost of living. Because they have their own heaters in their room and stuff, and I've taken it away, and they go and get another one.
She said I'm taking it away.
I'm cold. That's why I'm dressed like this in my yard. I am cold, just like this.
It's crazy.
Quick life update on how being a stay-at-home is. Just my thoughts. It is a lot harder than people think. I have always known a stay-at-home does a lot because my husband and I, we have definitely taken time in our marriage the past 13 plus years where he had to be the stay-at-home and then I had to be the stay-at-home. People get laid off, it happens. Especially when we had younger kids, we were looking at how much daycare was. We did the math one time and we realized even if the second person got a part-time job, that part-time paycheck was still going to go towards daycare. So we just chose against it and we took turns staying home. Well, now they're older, don't get me wrong, there's still a busy ass agenda and it's crazy. It just never stops. But now I'm the stay-at-home this time. Prepare the meals, manage finances, budgeting, making sure we have groceries. The kids' school agendas are updated. They had everything they needed. Making sure the bathroom's clean, checking to see when their next appointment was, identifying what time I need to call them out of school and what days I need to pick them up. It's just crazy. But sometimes the mental workload of being a stay-at-home literally makes me want to go get a job. Just so I can get out of the house, and I did do our taxes finally. And quick update.
She said get out the house
We're
and do your
still poor.
taxes.
TT.
When I say poor,
All right,
we're not
there we go.
poor. We're just
I was wondering. I
we're
was like,
living
yo, why
paycheck to
is this not
paycheck.
popping
Shit's
up?
hitting the fan. We get it. Life sucks. It's hard. But we never bought anything outside our means. And we never upgraded my car. My car's paid off and it's shitty, but it works. Is it falling apart? A little bit, but she gets from A to B and that's all I need to see. Filing the taxes and actually going through and then realizing that we are barely getting by. And mind you, my poor husband, he's been working a lot. And before this, he was never an overworker, but he's preparing because we have our car tags and all that shit in August. Cost of living sucks. Especially since we have a senior next year. Our daughter is graduating, which is terrifying because, you know, it's just a scary thought. But now that I'm thinking about it, how can she go out into the world and financially provide for herself? She's not going to be able to. I mean, granted, baby girl wants to stay at home for the rest of her life. We are going to get a small little studio home and put it in the backyard. Because we have a massive backyard and the cost of living is insane. Along with that, if she is going to go into university or whatever she wants to do, I just want her to be happy. But fuck, it's expensive. It's so expensive. Because I forgot we are what you would call working class. But yeah, living in
Said not now.
the States kind of suck right now. It's currently a shit show. It's a shit show.
Yeah, they're gonna be strong as mess,
yeah,
boy.
I'm hanging in there.
In no particular order, here are a list of things that I no longer think are worth the money. 1, getting your nails done. I got my nails done for Easter with my girls, and why were my nails,
I know my
just
wife
my
even
nails,
wanted to get her nails done.
$110 before
She used to
10?
get her nails done. She don't do
No,
it very much
not worth it. I
anymore.
absolutely will not. I love them. They did a great job, but I'm not spending that to get my nails done. And
She's always been a
it's just not worth it
minimalist
for
type
me.
person.
Number 2, mid-tier food. I'm talking Chipotle, BB-Bop, the places where you go in. It's
BB
not like a
Bob.
drive-through fast food situation, but it's also not a sit-down restaurant. Those mid-tier foods.
I don't know.
Why am I paying
I don't
$60
know what
to
BB
feed
Bop
my
is now.
family? Absolutely not. I'm not spending
$60?
$18 on Chipotle for myself.
She's
Absolutely not.
red.
That is another thing that is no longer worth the money. Number 3, and my last one, oil changes. Why is my oil change $200?
That right there, that got me too. I was like, bro, I'm doing my own oil changes
for like $50.
right?
Like $200 for an oil change? Out of this world.
I make the most money that I've ever made in my entire life, and I'm still struggling. I can't.
Yeah, that oil change thing that got me. That got me for real. That blew my mind. When I got an oil change, that thing was like $175. I was like, for what? I was like, yeah, nah. I'm gonna go buy the oil filter myself, buy the oil myself, and change my own oil. That's still gonna be around like $70, $80. Y'all bugging for real. Mechanics, they're like, you know what? We're gonna charge. We gonna get as much as we can out of you because we know you don't know how to do it, or either you too lazy to do it. I don't know what they thinking, but I'm gonna do it my damn self. That's ridiculous.
I can't comprehend why it's so hard to get by. I barely
am. In my Crip Mac voice,
on hood. Like, that's sad. You know what I mean? I'm able to pay my rent and all the stuff that comes with living in a house, but after that, I can't pay for nothing else. Do you know how sickening it is to not be able to pay for groceries? I have kids.
She said,
and they eat like pigs. My whole point of this video.
Yeah, kids, they do. They eat like pigs. They will eat you out of a house quick, fast, in a hurry. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I guess I'm gonna be playing Wuthering Waves. I'm waiting for the finals to launch up. That's gotta load. Everything's gotta get updated. Like when you want to play something, it's gotta get updated. It's like, bro, come on. Horrible. I should hop on Damon X Pacina. No, that one's a good one. I want a game that's like Zoids, to be honest with you. I think I'm gonna have to do it. Somebody gotta do it. I ain't been on this in a minute. I'm gonna have to remember how to play it. Oy. Bruh. Cause I'm like, for me to play Ratatan, I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. I could probably do Where Winds Meet.
Yeah, Ratatan's a pretty good game.
It's a really good game. You just gotta pay attention.
You gotta pay attention.
I can get lost in Aethermancer, so I think I'll do that for right now.
Video is it's sickening that we live in a world where I make the most money, but yet I still can't get by. I bring in $1,500 every 2 weeks, and it's not enough.
Oh wow!
And it should be, but it's not.
I'm blessed.
And it's sickening, and it makes me sad because I just want to be comfortable and I just want to get by.
But you're single also, so.
2025. Do you not understand it? I don't think a lot of y'all do.
It's 2026 now, but
rent, car notes, cost of living just in general is high.
In America.
What y'all don't understand? Oh, y'all car notes $600. The cars are $40,000. Used cars are $30,000. Then just save for about 5 years. You'll have $100,000. So where you gonna live it while you save? Like people be having all these weird things to say
And this,
about what people.
and that right there is the exact reason why when my kids get older, you are my kid, yes. When my kids get older, I'm not going to kick them out of the house once they turn 18. I'm like, if they have a plan, they are doing something, they can stay with me because the cost of living is just going to keep on rising until this country decides to revolt against those in power and take back what is ours, or actually do something to lower the price of everything. It's just going to keep on rising because the rich are going to keep on getting greedier and greedier. I mean, shoot, the Rockefeller stated they don't want a nation of thinkers, they want a nation of workers. And that's all we're doing right now. We just working, working, working. There's no time. People are realizing that, hey, these degrees don't mean anything. So they're just going out and getting regular jobs. People are abandoning some type of education or even finding the time to educate themselves on anything because they're so stuck in a survivor mentality of grind, 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 get this money so I can survive. It's sad, but it is what it is.
Paying for. And they swear a lot of people living above their means. No, the means are above the wages. People are paying for the basic necessities of life, and the basic necessities of life are high. I don't know what's so hard
Big
to
facts.
comprehend. If your stuff ain't out, if you ain't got a house that somebody gave you or a house that you not already paid for, you can't talk about or criticize what people are currently paying. They have to pay it. There's no other way around it. You either pay it or you're gonna be homeless. So instead of telling people, oh, you're doing too much, we need to talk to the people that make the prices. That's where the change is gonna come.
What literally sucks,
Preach.
is the cost of living crisis is getting ridiculous. Everything now costs a lot more: food, rent, bills, transport, and wages
Did he
still
say
aren't keeping up.
pills? Oh no, he
So
said
people are
bills.
working a lot more hours, and I heard some people now are working like, say, 3 or 4 more jobs so they can, like, have a life, but yet somehow they're still struggling. Even though you do
Good
everything
job.
right, get a job, work hard, save money, you still feel like you're getting nowhere. That's why so many people feel stressed all the time, because surviving is expensive now, and for Gen Z, as myself, I'm a Gen Z, it feels impossible to get ahead. What do you not think?
Getting a degree does not give you the life you were promised. Our older generation used to preach this. They told us how to be successful, but that's not the
Good
case
job.
anymore. And that just makes it very frustrating for a lot of Americans, especially the younger generation, because they're getting more and more behind. They're not able to save for retirement, not able to save for any emergencies, and they're not able to afford anything because these jobs just don't pay enough these days. They're not able to have any free time because they have to work multiple jobs just to pay off all these bills. It's absolutely ridiculous how bad the economy is, and the older generation doesn't really seem to understand how bad it is, and there's a
They
huge
just don't
disconnect on
understand.
how the economy actually is.
Anybody else sick of this fucking cost of living crisis? Because I tell you what, I got paid today, or yesterday, and I've got fucking nothing left. How the fuck am I supposed to survive? I'm gonna be down fucking food bank. Fucking have to go out shoplifting or something. I
He
mean,
said
what
it's
the
shoplift.
hell? I'm not gonna go and shoplift really, Jess. It's just a joke. But, how are we all supposed to survive when we're eating ordinary sandwiches after the gym, but that's a treat, yeah? But I like a treat daily. And I can't live like this. What the flipping hell's going on? Like, it's a joke. In fact, hit whoopsie eye or a mistake. But it's not even a laughing matter. I'm actually being serious. Are people surviving in this climate? Like, money
That's
just goes
exactly what they're
nowhere.
doing. They're just
I
surviving.
mean,
Nobody is thriving.
cost of living is killing it. All these rich people are getting rich, and all these poor people are getting destitute. I'll be selling my gas next, I reckon, but I don't think I'll get much for that either. Yeah. Anyway, I just bought a racket, tennis racket, not racket. Get some hobbies in check, just get my mental be up. But yeah, anyway, these are eating. But yeah, just thought I'd have a little rant about it because it's doing my nutting.
I live in a place that I can't afford. I work so very hard. so very hard to not be able to afford to live in Virginia. In my area, everything is so expensive. And for what I do, for the corporation I work for, which is a very big corporation in this area, I still can't afford to live here. Nowadays, you cannot get a decent apartment without paying thousands of dollars to live there. And I'm being told I don't make enough money to buy a home where I live, where I work, where I pay taxes. I can't afford to buy a house. I don't make enough money for that. I think it's just so sad and sucky to put so much work in to look up and realize you only paid bills and taxes and you can't afford to have something of your own without making a ton of money, which you should be able to make.
And that right there, it hurts. That hurts. Like I look at people outside and individuals living in apartments. There's some individuals who are living in apartments because they don't make enough, or either they don't know how they would be able to purchase a house. I got my mortgage, I got my house, my mortgage and everything, and I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm just like, why am I doing this? And other times I'm like, that's right. So I have something to give to my kids later on. I refuse to not be able to give something to them, especially in this country. So with it, and plus at the same time, it's a lot of fun going around showing them how to fix the things that end up happening in the house. So that way they learn how to do it themselves in case anything were to happen, because they don't have that way they don't have to come out of pocket and spend a whole bunch for somebody else to fix it because daddy already showed them how to do it. But there's a lot of individuals who are destroying themselves mentally, physically, and spiritually, working 2, 3 jobs just to barely stay afloat. And it's sad at the fact that there's a lot of people who have to work like 2 jobs. I know of one girl who's got like 3 kids, and she's I think a LPN. Yeah, she's a LPN. Or no, I think she's a CNA. Yeah, I think she's a CNA. She's got like 3 kids, and I don't know how the hell she does it. She's newly divorced. I don't know if she's getting anything from that, but with it, I'm like, she got 3 kids. So those 3 kids are mentally exhausting her. Work is physically and mentally exhausting her. So then with it, now it's like she wants to try and get into the dating field. I'm sure that that's a doozy for her, having 3 children. Having 3 children that are getting closer towards the teen ages to where their mouth is very, very blunt. Then at the same time, still trying to understand why daddy's not there, but then now new men are coming through. It's, yo, life out there is tough. I'm glad that I'm where I'm at. I'm comfortable where I'm at, and everything is good with me. I'm like with it, just having boundaries, putting those down to keep certain individuals away. Mind y'all, remember, there's always monitoring spirits. So be careful of the things that you say, and always watch how people are watching you when you're doing the things that you do. But yeah, life out here is hard. In America, no matter how much you make working a job, you're always going to be broke. A job stands for just over broke, JOB. So if you're working for somebody else, you're never going to get ahead.
Make the money to live where you work and
You hear
pay
that, Zachariah?
taxes.
As
It makes
long as
me
you
so
work for
frustrated
somebody
to
else,
be a
you're not
single
gonna get
mom,
ahead.
to be a
You have
full-time
to you have to
worker,
start
to
something your own
actually do
that you own.
well
That's the only
at what
way
I
that you'll be
do
able to actually
and
get
still
ahead to
not be
make
able
it
to have
in this
things of
economy.
my own
Unless you
because
have other
the
things that you're
area
doing,
does
like
not
daddy.
pay its people what it costs to live in the area. That is so insane to me.
All right, friends, we need to talk. What are we all like? Is anyone able to afford living at the moment? My friend and I, we have pretty good careers. We're nurses. And
I mean, shit.
I would just say there's like no
Good
way
job.
that anyone is affording
Let's see if I
life
can
right
reach
now.
him.
I don't understand how my coworkers with kids are affording it. Like, there's just no way. Groceries have gone up exponentially. Utilities, the cost of living in general has only gone up over the years, right? And our pay is so, like, our pay increases have been so abysmal compared to what we're expected to pay to live day to day. I feel like the only way I could really, like, save and, you know, actually build
a big enough savings to eventually afford a house and kids one day is if I don't leave my house ever and just work 24/7. And if even that, I don't even think I'd be able to afford everything. So what are we doing? Like, I feel like there's just no way that this is sustainable. I don't understand. And like, it's kind of frustrating to go on social media and when every time you log in, you see all these influencers on their like 20th clothing haul or they're on their like 5th brand trip of the year, and I can barely afford one vacation this year. Like, and I think if anything, I'm just going to be doing a local weekend trip down to the Jersey Shore. And like, this is speaking from a single woman in her 30s that is living on her own. And, after a certain point, like, I know some people are like, oh, just move in with your parents and, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, after a certain point, you kind of have to, like, enjoy your life while you're young because what's my next stage is, like, having kids and stuff. And if I just focus on saving up money to enjoy it or, like, whatever, to be able to afford having kids in, like, a future, I'm not enjoying my 20s or 30s at all. It's really impossible. So I just feel like this economy is insane. It's only going to get worse with everything with the political climate right now.
In 6 months, I'm going to have practically no bills because we're going to live on a homestead and like off grid in a sense. It's going to be a cultural shock to still make the amount of money we're making, but not have like so much of it go towards the cost of living. And this has been literal years in the making. We've been saving up for so long and it's finally coming to fruition. There has never been a doubt in my mind that like this is what I want to do. And now that we're able to do this, it's going to completely change the game financially for us when it comes to like investing, when it comes to our real estate portfolio. And it's just going to get better and better from here because once you have a lot more disposable income or a lot more income that doesn't have to go towards these expenses, that's when you're like getting so much closer to financial freedom. Like I'm pretty sure we're going to cut the cost of living like to like a third of what we're dealing with right now. Because of course we're still going to have our cars, we're still going to need like internet and stuff like that. But everything else is going to come like from the actual property.
Can I just vent for a second? I honestly do not understand how people, like, how are we doing this? Like, I'm so over everything being so fucking expensive. So, for example, I went to the grocery store today and I only got produce. I got some vegetables.
That's probably expensive.
A little bit of fruit. I literally got grapes and 2 things of blueberries. Okay. And then most of my other stuff was celery, some lettuce. I did get 1 thing of lunch meat and it literally was like $50. What do you mean? $50? Like, God forbid a girl wants to eat healthy. And then, to top it all off, I took my dogs to the vet today, and they're
had to be
healthy.
about
There's
$1,000.
nothing wrong with them.
They're going to charge you just for a diagnosis.
And so both my dogs that weigh about, 10 pounds per dog, each visit, or just total, was $415.
Oh, that's not bad.
I'm sorry. $415 for just regular old vaccines. Like, it's cheaper for me to go to the doctor than it is for my dogs to go to the doctor.
Yep.
And they're just going for vaccines.
Yep.
How is this even like legal? How are we supposed to survive in a world that everything
we're not
just
supposed
continues to get more
to.
expensive, but our hourly pay rate?
They want us to die off. They want us to die off. They don't want us to be surviving. They don't want us to survive. They want us to die off. That is their whole goal. Their whole goal is to depopulate this planet. According to them, there's too many people on this planet. And they're making it very uncomfortable to where more people end up becoming homeless, and those homeless people end up going to jail because now being homeless is illegal. So now when you go into jail, it's easier to get rid of you. They can work you to death, literally, and then just bury you in the back of the freaking prison. Unmarked graves. It's but I don't know. I'm just a conspiracy theorist. Everything that I'm saying right now is false.
stays the same, and we're just supposed to afford everything. Everything just gets more and more expensive. Like Netflix, every few months is like, oh hey, we're gonna raise the price again. Or oh look, like now my utility bill is $250. Like that base. That's just base. My rent is over $2,000. Now, yes, I do live in a decent sized house. It is a 3-bedroom. But if I were to go switch it up and go live in a different house for $1,800 a month, I'd be in a crappy neighborhood. And not to mention that the pet fees would probably just about get me to $2,000. So do I really want to go through the stress of moving just to save $50 a month? I just am so overwhelmed with how expensive life is.
So
like, can we catch a break? Can we like maybe can things go down and then our pay rates go up? I don't know how we're supposed to survive like this. How come I am just working to live to pay my bills and that's it? I have no extra money to go on a vacation or to go to a nice dinner even.
Vacation.
I mean, sure, I could, but
sounds very
I just don't know how people are doing it. Yes, I'm
fictitious.
single. Yes, I live alone. Yes, I could probably get a roommate, but I'm a homebody, and so my home space is sacred to me, and it means I lived 7 years with a man that I hated going home to every day. So now that I have my own space,
Damn.
and it's peaceful here,
I know that feeling.
I don't want to mess that up. Like, call me crazy, but it's true. Not to mention with how hard I work and what I do, I should be able to live comfortably. I mean, I remember when I lived in a house that was much bigger than this. Yes, I was living with my ex, but it costs like $1,500 a month to live in this gigantic house, 3-bedroom, a lot bigger than the house I'm in now, and it had a beautiful yard, and it was $1,500, which yes, was still a lot of money, but $1,500, and I'm paying over $2,000 for this place. Now, yes, I live in Oregon, so that speaks for itself. But
I mean, Oregon doesn't have a lot of taxes, though.
I'm just overwhelmed. I don't know how this is sustainable as a world, as a country, as a society. Like, how are we supposed to keep living like this? The basic necessities for us to live are costing an arm and a leg, and we only make an arm at our jobs. How? What?
She said it costs an arm and a leg, and we only make an arm.
Gas is absolutely horrendous, and I think that will change. I hope it will change. Thank God I have a car that has great gas mileage, and I don't have a car payment, so I don't have too much there that I have to, like, cry about.
I'm like, my car, very good on gas. And both my cars are been paid off for a while now. A couple years, actually. So I don't have to worry about car payments. Yeah, I mean, majority of my issues and problems just come from the helper and giver that I am. But now that I've stopped that, a lot of things are flowing back. So with it, here's another lesson for y'all, all right? When it comes down to helping people, you cannot help everyone because there's individuals who just want to take. There's a difference between helping and taking care of people. So it's okay to help some people, but you have to understand when you reach the point of where you're taking care of them. All right? So govern yourself accordingly. Put those boundaries up, stand 10 toes down on them, and don't let nobody try and tell you lies and convince you of those lies to make you feel bad. All right? There's a lot of spiritual warfare going on out in the world. You need to learn to recognize it.
But I've had my car for 10 years and I've never once had to spend more than $60 to fill my tank, and the other day it cost me almost $80.
Goshly dang.
What? And I'm just paying for me. Like, I don't have kids. I mean, I do have 6 pets, and maybe some of y'all will be like, well, you cry about this?
Swear, she said she has 6 pets?
Yes.
Cheese and bread. We got 3. 2.
3. No, 2.
2. Rest in peace, Kovu. Yeah, Kovu's at the moon. Yeah, we got 2. I mean, I guess 4 if I add you and your sister.
The pets. Well, you know what? It used to not be that expensive to have pets. Vaccines used to be like cheap.
Having pets is like having children.
Just the exam today for my pets, just the exam, not the vaccines, $85 per dog. 2 dogs I took in today. So, and then the rest was all the vaccines.
You have 6
and then they
pets.
have the audacity to be like, oh, did you bring in a stool sample so we could run for parasites? And what, charge me another like $300 fucking dollars? Anyway, thank you for listening to my rant. But I am just I'm so over it.
Oh.
Like, I just want to be able to afford what I need.
So now we got things hiding out in chests.
With being
cool.
within reason. Like, I'm not trying to be all snooty. There's Ava in the back. I'm not trying to be snooty about it.
That's a real animal.
Like, I'm not
I thought that was like
I want to be able to afford my
a
meals
poster or something.
And buy new clothes every week and go on a vacation every month. Like, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying that I should be able to afford my rent, my utilities, my food, my pet care, my gas, like basic necessities to live. I should be able to afford that comfortably and still have money left over afterwards to actually enjoy
Hey,
life.
You know that one? You know that song?
Maybe go out.
Okay, Jungle Book. All right, I feel you. That's
take
what's
a
up.
trip to go see my family, or I don't know, anything that you just like fun. Instead of just working to pay bills and pay bills to go to work. Like, I don't know, or you know what I mean. This is just a scam. At this point, life is a fucking scam, and I'm
right.
America has become completely unaffordable.
Breaking point.
I don't know why more people are not talking about this. Half of America doesn't even have a savings, rent is insane, healthcare is a luxury, and somehow the narrative is still people are just bad with money.
Yeah.
What money? People are working full-time,
Facts.
most people
What
have
money?
2 to 3 jobs anymore.
What money? What are you talking about?
Stop blaming the people and just accept the fact that the cost of living has simply just outpaced reality. Because everything is this expensive, you have to know exactly where all of your money is going anymore. Like, a budget is just simply a necessity. You have to have one. Started using a budgeting app like mine to figure out where all of my money is going, but it does not make up for the fact that America is too expensive to live in anymore. If you're struggling, you are not alone.
How much does gas cost where you live, and where do you live? Because I just went and got gas, and this is the price per gallon.
I'm going to hell. I'm like, she chose the proper placement of where to put that because that forehead was foreheading.
Just saw an article that
now
said
you
the
can't
average
unsee it.
price
Look
of
at that.
gas per gallon across the U.S. is $4, and then it's risen 33%. So basically, you get in your car to go get groceries, and the gas is more expensive than ever to get there. And then you get there, and the groceries are more expensive. Then you go home, and you're like, okay, I need to be careful because my energy bill is higher than ever. Is this that American dream that everyone always talks about?
We're seeing more and more people tap out because of bills. The struggle of paying bills, especially in 2026, is very difficult. A lot of people just can't afford their bills. The bills don't stop. And not only on top of that, if you lose your job, you're not going to have any source of income to pay off those bills. And every single year, your bills likely increases. We've seen a lot of people's rent increase, electricity is getting more expensive. Everything is getting expensive. Your internet bills, car insurance. And this is causing a ton of people to tap out because, first of all, the wages that we have are not able to cover all of these increases. We're not getting raises every single year that is matching the cost of inflation.
Facts.
So people are getting more and more behind, and people who are already living paycheck to paycheck are having a much more difficult time, especially in this economy. I don't know how much more beating a lot of these people can take, but I know that eventually we're going to be coming to a breaking point where people just can't afford to pay off any more bills. Now, this is a serious problem, and I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about all this, and take a look at the rest of these clips.
So my rent is close to $2,000. Food cost is going up. I just filled up my gas tank. It was like $48.
What you
My
drive?
car payment's close to $500.
Gosh, leave
My
that.
insurance is between 1 and 2. My light bill's about 2 something. My internet's 100 and something. My phone bill's about close to 100.
What's up, babe?
But yet, $45,000 is too much for a single person and income.
Are you just having fun?
Kidding me?
So yeah, let y'all have y'all girl time.
At this point, I just want to live in my car for like 6 months and save money.
Y'all was having y'all girl time.
Is anybody else struggling? Like, damn, Craig. It's not that I ain't got no money. It's not that I ain't got no money. Everything's so fucking expensive. Like we have to.
I told you do the ninja missions. Is that what you're doing? Or you battling random people online?
Not even our water's free. Unless you want to drink sink water.
Are you doing the ninja missions at the VR?
Clean, it's not clean.
The VR ninjutsu library? The VR arena? What is that?
You know, I'm flipping through TikTok here on my lunch break, and every 3 or 4 videos I see it's someone talking about how they're living in their car. How they work full-time, they have a full-time job, but they live in their car. There are millions of Americans that are dealing with the same thing, okay? It's not people here or there. You know people that are living in their car, you just don't know it. People that aren't bad people, people that aren't making mistakes or doing the wrong thing, people that just can't afford life anymore. Not because of bad decisions they made, but because the prices have just got so high, people can't afford it. People don't have the money to buy groceries and pay rent the same week. Car payments.
What's up?
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, okay, well, continue doing that. Have you adjusted? There's a lot of things you would need to do as well. You have to go to Sakura, the inn. So you need to go to the inn, and then you can adjust your character and the ninjutsus that you use. So press start.
Yeah, I got some people.
I'm like, you can press start and go to the inn, or either you can run over to the inn. And then with that, you've got attack. You got different types that you can do, and you can adjust those. But also, you need to go to 1010, the scroll, and then get those scrolls. So all the scrolls that you've been getting, you need to appraise those scrolls, so that way
I just did those.
So that way you get different ninjutsus or either different items that you can use for your ninja. That's how you change your look on the ninja. Okay.
As much as mortgage payments. If you want to go buy a week's worth of groceries,
your aesthetics is not what you're going to be using.
$700.
So if you put like a long sword on your ninja, that doesn't mean you're going to be using that sword.
My house isn't even 1,000 square feet.
I know that smudge flan thing does.
What we do? The prices are just going up and up and up and up and up.
They are.
And no relief for anybody in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Facts.
America has become unaffordable for Americans. Our government is spending all of our money on a war that we didn't ask for and don't need.
Facts.
Our president does not care about the little people.
Facts.
He cares about his friends in Israel. It's not going to get better until we say no more.
I guess it's officially spring because all of the hotels nearby have raised their prices to almost double what they were last week. The same hotel that I've been really going to the last 2 weeks, I haven't been able to go to because it's either been booked or it's at least like $30 to $40 more a night than it was 2 weeks ago. It's just really like, it's really getting to me because I'm getting to the point where I'm very close to being able to pay, majority of the stuff off that I need to pay in order to be able to secure myself like an apartment for myself. And now I have to either spend more money to stay in the hotel, which means that I'll have less money to pay off the debts, or I can go back to sleeping in my car, which I basically have been doing because at this point, I just want to pay off all of these debts. I just want to get my credit up so that I don't have to deal with this anymore. Sleeping in my car has been the most heartbreaking thing that I've ever had to deal with, and it's mostly because of how people treat you. Not having anywhere to go, and if you're in parking lots for too long, people start looking at you, people start messing with you, cops get called, so you have to constantly move around. Even on my day off, I can't even have any rest because I have to constantly move around. They wanted $106 for one night.
at the hotel room when I was paying closer to like $60 something for a night. And again, it's not an upscale. It's not an upscale hotel. It's basically bare bottoms hotel. Every time I go there, there's problems. Every time I go and I make it a hotel room that's supposed to have certain amenities, they don't even have it. And when I tell them about that, oh, I'm so sorry. One time I went there and their card reader was messed up, so they couldn't even give me a key card to my room. They had to have one of the hotel staff let me in my room, and then every time I left my room or went somewhere, I had to have hotel staff come and let me in because I didn't have a physical key to my room, and that went on for days.
That's horrible.
And I was still expected to pay.
Sounds like you might be in a karmic state, baby girl.
Part of why I share car living content is because I think within capitalism there's a lot of fear-mongering around the idea of losing your home, ending up homeless. I watched a young woman on here today that has 3 jobs, came home to an eviction notice on her door. She said in the post that
not to be rude, but is that a transformer? I feel like that's a transformer. It's a strong jawline, Missy.
She feels like she doesn't even want to live anymore. Like, what is the point? If my entire life is working 3 jobs just to afford a roof over my head, that is not living. Like, what am I doing here? And I know a lot of people feel this. It's like, what is the point of this? If we're not living, we're just working to have a place to sleep at night. And she can't even do that. Share this to let people know that this is an option. This shouldn't be an option, but because we exist under the system that we do, and with the way things are going, I think more people are going to choose alternative living situations. This is something that can be done with a lot of dignity and fun and adventure, and it doesn't have to be something that is feared. So if you are someone that is feeling the crushing weight of the cost of living, feeling like what's the point in living anymore, not knowing if you're going to face eviction, whatever it is, I want you to know that I see you. I know the weight that that can put on you emotionally and mentally. I'm here if you ever need to talk. Just know that there are alternative options to renting or owning. No matter what happens, truly, you will be okay. I needed somebody to tell me that. And so hopefully that will help you.
I can't be the only person living in Maryland that feel like I'm being scammed.
Europe.
The cost of living is already crazy. BGE is even crazier. And to even drive at this point is even crazier. It's like, it's insane. Like, y'all nickel and dime these hard working people for everything. Like, literally for everything. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and just pack up and go ahead and move to like Mars or something, cause this is too much. This is just too much.
America has literally built a system where being poor is more expensive. And nobody talks about how backwards that is. Like, if you're already struggling, everything costs more. A bill you couldn't afford? Well, now you owe more. Miss a payment because you were trying to juggle rent and groceries? Well, now your credit drops and you owe even more money. Withdraw your account by a few dollars? Well, now you owe $50. Like, this system punishes you for already being behind. We're always rewarding millionaires while the people that are struggling the most just simply end up paying the most money. But everybody still says, work harder, budget better. The reality right now is the economy is brutal. It is so hard to get ahead right now. How are you supposed to get ahead whenever you fall behind a little bit and the system just keeps pushing you back further and further? Everything is insane right now. Rent is at an all-time high. Groceries are so expensive. I don't understand how we're supposed to get ahead in this economy anymore. Don't get me wrong, budgeting does help. I literally have to budget with mine, or else I don't know where any of my money would be going. But it doesn't make up for the fact that the system is literally designed to fail us. So if you're struggling right now, you are not alone.
Takes a huge mental toll on a lot of people as well, seeing their bills come in every single month and increasing, and it discourages a lot of people from even paying bills. When I saw that my rent was increasing by $50 per month for 2026, that honestly discouraged me because I did get a raise from my job for 2026, but the entire raise is going towards that increased rent payment. And on top of that, health insurance premiums went up. Car insurance has gone up. Everything has gone up. So the raise that I got for 2026 did not cover all of these bills that increased in price also.
So $130,000 a year is now becoming the new poor. Right now, the average household income is $83,000. That's the median household income. But then if you do the math about the taxes they take out of your paycheck, the cost of housing, the cost of transport, the health insurance premiums, and child care, like if you look at this graph, you're going to see that $83,000 on the average cost will leave you $10,000 in the red, right?
Oh, this video is
And
discerning.
to be comfortable,
this video is very
disheartening. The old 1960 standard of poverty rate, it was based off of how much it would take a family of 3 to eat back then. So she would take that number and multiply it by 3, and that number would be like the golden number. They'll spend a third of their money on food, and everything else would comfortably fit within the other 2/3 of that number. But back then, food was the most expensive thing. Housing was cheap, transportation was cheap, and everything. But by the modern standard, if you take that same metric she used back then and shift it to now, you'd have to be making $130,000 to be comfortable the way people were under the same metric, the same mathematics back in the 1960s. And it's incredible to hear that number, $130,000, 6 figures.
Literally
is the new
60
poor. But it makes
years
sense
later.
when you consider everything is considered luxury.
66
All
years
the
later.
prices have gone up. Even my cat's angry about it. I hear her screaming over there. She knows it's ridiculous that everything is luxury, because not everything is luxury, but everything is getting that premium price tag because they're slapping luxury on every good we consume. And if you want to eat real food, even that's considered a luxury. So they're putting extra money on that as well. So even though I feel like it's really crazy to consider, that number is actually correct. $130,000 does seem to be the new poverty line for a family of 4. It's hard times out there, and I know a lot of people are like, I don't make that type of money. But it is hard times out there because of unrealistic expectations from the millionaires. And as you can hear, my cats are very outraged by these prices as well. So y'all have a good day.
Yo, what is really going on?
America's a scam. Gas high, food high, car payment high, pay rate low.
Like, this shit making me want to just pack up and move to one of these countries that our American dollar is worth fucking $70 and $80 over there. Because this shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Everything, all the quality of the food, all the quality of everything has went down, but the prices has gone up. I live in New Jersey, right? Earlier today, gas was $3.99. 5 hours later, it's $4.19. What the fuck happened in the 5 hours? What happened in 5 hours where gas got to go up 21 cents? And then probably by the time I wake up tomorrow, it's going to be $4.28. Bro, like this shit is crazy, bro. The only thing that I got lucky with is I bought my house in 2021. I have a $1,300 mortgage, bro. You can't even find a motherfucking 1-bedroom box for $1,300 right now, bro. Like all the car payments is crazy, astronomical right now. You gotta pay $700, $800, $900 for a fucking Toyota Camry right now. The chips, the juice, the fucking Doritos, the motherfucking bro.
People don't even want to eat.
They even made the paper plates smaller. They even made the paper plates to the point where you gotta use 2 paper plates to fucking eat now. Like, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy, bro.
They on one.
I make a decent pay rate and I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. I'll be lucky if I can put up $100 a fucking week. Like, this is just getting ridiculous, bro. I really feel like I want to just pack up, go overseas to one of them countries. Bitch, I need to save like 50, 60, 70,000 and go transfer that shit to another country and live like a royal fucking king. Because $50,000 out here, bitch, that shit'll be gone in 3 months.
That should be going in
Not
three
even
fucking
3.
months, bro. When
Not
you
even
gotta
3
deal
months.
with buying food, paying for this, paying for that. The fucking electric went up. The gas went up. They charging travel fees for your gas now. Like, what the fuck, bro? The world is designed for us to fucking struggle, bro.
America is designed for you to struggle.
You either gotta work, you either gotta, bitch, I don't know what the fuck you gotta do. I think, like, right, you gotta work every day, all day. You gotta work, bitch, 17, 18, 19 hours a day to make some money just to spend it all right the fuck back. I don't know how the fuck motherfuckers is going on trips, motherfuckers going on vacations, motherfuckers buying Balenciagas, motherfuckers buying, like, I don't know how motherfuckers is doing that shit. I just don't, bro. I've been working for 15, 16, 17 years straight. I make almost $30 an hour, and it don't fucking matter. It don't matter. This shit is ridiculous. I'm ready to fucking, I don't know what I'm ready to do, but I'm ready to do something.
I have an idea, but I ain't gonna say it.
Has to fucking give.
Hot take, America did not get more expensive, our money just got weaker. Your parents could raise kids, buy a home, take a vacation on one income. Now, people have 2 incomes, they can't even go on vacation or even pay their rent. Groceries are double, rent is insane, the car market, don't even get me started on that. People in like their 50s and their 60s, when I talk to them, they tell me, oh, it was so easy to buy a house back then. It's only like $20,000. You fucking for real. Things got more expensive, but wages didn't even double. The system has just gotten so hard to live in that everything is just...
And I think what bothers me the most is like the houses back then, they were built a lot better than the houses right now. So you bought a house back then, that thing is going to stand the test of time. The houses you buy now, that's equivalent of the big bad wolf blowing onto the straw pig's house. I huff and I puff and I blow that motherfucker down. Like, it's ridiculous.
Just basically survival at this point. Nobody's living to have fun anymore. We're all just trying to survive, you know? Right now in America, every single dollar matters so much. I had to start using a budgeting app like mine, which helps so much, by the way. Still, it doesn't fix the fact that living in America is so effing expensive. Everyone has to know where every single one of their dollars is going, because at this point, you have to.
I know that I can't really expect cheap groceries at this store. But do you want to see what $108 worth of groceries looks like here at the end of March in 2026 in California? From Safeway, $108.73. Here you go. I'm going to show you.
That's crazy.
That's it. That's everything.
So what'd you go to the store and buy, babe?
Worth of groceries.
Twix.
One bag.
I saw that $50 came out of the account though. I got a Twix.
And again, I know.
What else did you get?
Safeway is
just
not exactly
Twix.
Discount groceries. I mean, I don't love giving Amazon money, but at the same time, at least the prices at Amazon Fresh were really, really good compared to this. Of course, Amazon Fresh is closed now, and in our town, we're waiting for Whole Foods to open up, probably sometime this summer. Until then, I'd have to go quite a ways across town to a grocery store that's more discounted. My purchase there included, I'm not thrilled to say, 2 TV dinners. Those TV dinners, if they weren't on sale, were going to be $8 a piece. $8 a piece for a TV dinner.
Dang.
Package of
he said $8 a piece for a TV dinner.
Pounds was like $14. 7-ounce salmon fillets were $8.99 a piece. A small box of cereal was $5.99. It's time to start buying beans and rice in bulk.
I can't be the only one that feel like everything is hot as fuck. It has went down. Like, can somebody tell me the price of groceries is high as fuck? I ordered $125 worth of groceries. Baby, when I tell you it was just one handful that could sit right on the damn passenger seat in the seatbelt. The cost of living. I remember when 2 bedrooms used to be $500-something, $600-something. 3 times the rent, and it's about $1,300 to $1,500 for 2 bedrooms. Medication. Health insurance is high as fuck. I told y'all a few weeks ago, someone passed away because he couldn't afford He couldn't afford his inhaler. His inhaler usually be $60 on his insurance, and his inhaler went up to about $600 damn. He couldn't afford it. What about this high-ass car insurance? Good driving record. Baby, I ain't never had no low driving record. I remember they told us when you turn 25 with a good driving record, your insurance gonna go down. Baby, my insurance always went up. This year, my insurance is high as fuck. I'm like, damn.
I didn't do a damn
no
thing.
accidents, no nothing, no. I paid my car insurance when I renewed it. I'm like, what in the hell?
She said, what
but
the
I gotta
heck?
pay it to keep driving.
What the hallelujah?
And y'all said make America
what
great again,
hallelujah?
but it's feel like making America hate your ass again. What is going on out here with all these high-ass bills? I was on Indeed the other day.
Someone to vent my
frustrations.
I enjoyed your stream. I had some suggestions I want to share with you, but I don't want to spam your chat. Let's chat on Discord.
Some of these jobs are still paying $7.25.
Bruh, I don't really be using Discord like that.
Who gonna pay their bills with that? And y'all sitting out here talking about what job is a job. No, a job is not a job. When you just work at it, you still can't afford to pay your fucking bills. What's better than zero?
Whatever burn triggers on an enemy.
Where you gonna stay at?
Enemy with the lowest
Who you gonna take care of? That's not even working paycheck to paycheck. That's working under paycheck to under paycheck. It's gonna take about 3 of them fucking paychecks just to pay one bill. The power bill. What the fuck's going on with the power bill? It seems like they keep going up on the fucking power and the water bill.
I should have did that.
What is going on out here? I remember back in, 2011.
Oh, that's
boy,
what
I was making $9, about $10 an hour.
Yeah,
boy, I was feeling good. I was like, yeah, I'm making $10. Baby, they are still paying $10 an hour. What can you do with that? The new
Jack Diddley
$10
Squat
an hour is now the new $20 an hour. You still can't pay your bills because as the pay rate go up, your bills go all the way the fuck up too.
You mean $20 an hour is the new $10 an hour?
Meanwhile, other countries got free healthcare and free education, and we out here struggling. We supposed to be the best. Y'all still arguing about taxes on food stamps. After a while, everybody gonna need some food stamps out here to survive and to pay the bills at the same time.
That's crazy.
You've worked all your life, you've paid in all your life, and you forgot to
get out of my apartment.
You're getting evicted.
This is where I sleep and live in the living room.
6 weeks later, I've got to move out.
This 90-year-old veteran was evicted from his home.
I wasn't ready for the expenses.
Retirement was supposed to be the safest stage of life, but for a growing number of people, it is becoming the most unstable. This is what is happening to way too many people these days. If they're even able to retire, then they find their rent resets or they just have to deal with the rising cost of everything these days, and then at some point, the math just doesn't add up anymore. This isn't just isolated to one place. It's happening across many first world countries, with more and more retirees either forced to go back to work or pushed into serious lifestyle downgrades that look nothing like the retirement they envisioned. I'm Justin, this is Tater. Let's get into it.
This is where I sleep and live in the living room.
Cindy Ivy lives down to the penny.
But I can't change.
See, that's the thing that bothers me. Like when it comes down to individuals who are retired and they can't even retire and continue living normally just because of the fact that they have nothing saved up. Or either their savings end up getting drained so fast just because of the fact that the price of everything is so ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense at all. And that's the reason why I'm just going to go ahead and go back into this one with the no bias.
There are 3 things I no longer spend money on as a millennial in $6,000 of credit card debt and $25,000 of medical debt. Number 1, credit card membership fees. I know some people swear by starting American Express credit cards for the travel perks and for all the TSA pre-check benefits, but as someone who is in credit card debt and trying to get out, I use credit cards to accrue points and cash back, and I just can't see spending a couple $100 on an annual fee for a credit card right now, personally. But hey, if it works for you, then that's awesome. Number 2, fast fashion. Capsule wardrobe is where it's at. Absolutely. The capsule wardrobe helps you make 8 to 10 different outfits from just a few basic pieces. A lot of my jewelry is pieces that can be mixed and matched with several outfits and key pieces. And number 3, eye creams. Like, hello, can we collectively realize and agree that eye creams are just face creams packaged differently? I refuse to buy an eye cream when I can just buy a face cream that does the same thing.
So tell me, what have you stopped buying?
I made a promise to myself that I was not going to buy anything unnecessary this entire year, right? And it's been a little bit challenging, I'm not going to lie. But we're, what, 4-ish months in? What month are we in? 4 or 5, whatever. But I've been doing really, really well. And I have only repurchased, like, things that, like, were actual necessities. I was really horrible about buying, like, bars of soap because, oh, it was a good deal at, like, Buff City Soap or somewhere else. And so I had all these soaps. And I was like, okay, you're not saving any money, actually, because you just have these soaps lying around. Anyway, point being, finally went through all of my soaps, went and purchased a new soap from a great woman-owned business that helps women get back on their feet after they've been incarcerated, and it gives them a place to work and a skill and all that stuff. Love them. And then I also needed to buy some shoes because some of my shoes broke, and I bought a wallet because my wallet broke. And I thrifted the wallet. So I really feel like I've been doing really well. But now, oh my god, I'm on jelly sandal TikTok, like jelly platform sandals. Hold on, let me show you. Just look how freaking cute these are. Oh my god. I want them in like a pink color. Also, I finally bought a pair of Crocs. But they don't look like actual Crocs. They don't look like terrible ones. They're actually just platform sandals and look real cute.
So how is everyone's no-buy list going for 2026? Because a lot of people have been doing this trend, and they're trying to reduce their spending as much as they can because inflation is pretty much at all-time highs, the economy's not good, the job market is not good, and basically people just want to save as much money as they can because we don't know what's going to be happening for the future. Things could get worse, so people are just preparing right now. They're cutting out expenses as best they can. Let me know in the comments below, what are you not buying for 2026? But it seems like the current trend is people are not buying as much luxury products. They're not buying jewelry, not buying makeup, and they're not eating out as often either. They're canceling their subscriptions because honestly, subscriptions are a big monthly expense that's added up over time. If you have it for like a decade, that's going to be a lot of money you spent, and people are realizing that they're wasting a lot of money on these monthly subscriptions. They're trying to cancel it and trying to make it a little bit more affordable to actually pay the bills that matter, like their rent, utility bills, car insurance. And even then, people are trying to downgrade those things as well. People are taking on less coverage for the car insurance. People are trying to find cheaper housing options. And people are just not really going on vacations anymore in order to try and save some money. Let me know in the comments down below where you're not buying, and take a look at the rest of these clips.
It is officially April, which means it's time to check in on my 2026 no-buy list. And I can already tell you, I failed miserably in March. On the positive side, I did not buy any new bags, even though I was very tempted to several times. I did not buy any new books, which is good because I still haven't read any books. I did spend some money on my makeup and skincare section.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you
got to
switch up your ninjutsus.
From Marshalls. But I'm
so
not mad about
based
that
off of the
one,
mission that you're going
for,
your best thing to do is see, do the mission, probably fail the mission, go back and change the ninjutsu so that way you know what would work best.
So I definitely took a big chunk out of the clothing. But I didn't buy any new pajamas, so kind of doing well in that category.
I use my character too, but I adjust my character according to the mission.
To do better in April.
Because if you just try and tackle every mission the same, you're not going to be able to win the missions. You need to adjust your character. It's called tactics.
Is it going better than me? I sincerely hope so.
5 things I don't spend my money on as a millennial starting over. I'm incredibly mindful of how I spend my money, and this is what's working for me. What's included in my no-buy list is new things. So if I lived without it before, I can live without it today. So no new tools, appliances, I'm really sticking to replacing things. Fitness classes. I do have a gym membership and a pickleball membership, so I'm sticking to prioritizing those. I do love hot yoga, but right now I'm choosing to save that extra $15 to $20 a class. Subscriptions. I canceled Spotify and Netflix, and I feel crazy saying that, but it's a month in and I'm feeling okay. So I still listen to Spotify with the ads, and I've just been watching a lot more YouTube, which I love. Books. Radical, I know. But as someone who reads 100 to 300 books a year, it just doesn't make sense for me to buy each one, especially when I never reread them. So I just use the library. Food delivery. This works because I live 5 to 15 minutes away from all my favorite restaurants, so there's really no reason I should be spending money on food delivery. I shared in a previous video that I do choose to spend my money on like going out for coffee, and that was a conscious choice. Evaluate your spending habits and prioritize what you care about within your budget.
They take damage off the enemies as well.
More resistant to anyone
So I mean, using the pets is good. Like when you're going against like some of the summons, like the big frog or the
2026, I
snake,
decided to
the
not do a New
pets
Year's
help a
resolution, but
lot.
instead do a
You ride the
2026
pets and
no
just
buy
keep on
list.
riding
I
the
have
pet into the
15 things on
individual.
my no buy list, and we'll
Helps
go
a
one by
lot.
one. First thing is
Helps me a
plastic
lot.
slash paper bags from stores or grocery stores. I
You want
always
to,
keep
yep.
reusable bags
So
in my
whichever one
trunk,
you
and
put
I need
onto
to be
you.
better at just bringing them with me, even if I don't think I'm going to buy anything. Number two is clothes. I have way too many clothes. I haven't grown since I was in 5th grade. There's no reason for me to need to buy new clothes. Next is shoes. My feet have not grown since 5th grade. I have plenty of good quality shoes, all in great condition. Number five are school supplies and stationery. I feel like when school or a new semester comes around this corner, I feel like I need more supplies, but I take all my classes online. Next is perfume and body mist. I recently got a lot for Christmas and it should last me for the whole year. Number seven is makeup, especially new products. I already know what works for my acne prone skin. I will only buy new ones once I run out. So as a refill. Next is jewelry. I have plenty of jewelry, and if ever, I get sent jewelry pretty often. So next are blankets and throws. I don't need any more. Next are anything for my future apartment when I move out. I think I should just wait until I actually move out to get more things. And then here I have a list for out of 15, and every month I'll do a check-in to see how many things on that list out of the 15 things on the list did I actually go through and not buy.
No buying to fix a feeling is the motto I'm going into 2026. As somebody that loves to go
In all
shopping and
honesty,
get
the
that
things that they're
temporary
talking about
dopamine
are
rush,
things that I
so
already don't
here
spend
is
money
my
on
no buy
anymore.
list. All right,
So,
first category, closet. No occasional pieces. Shoes. I have too many shoes. Trendy pieces, graphic tees.
I need to
This
get
one's
rid of him
personal, but
because he's going to be the
90% of
one
the
to heal
graphic tees in
everybody.
my closet
And you
I
causing
hate.
a
So
lot of
I think I'm
issues.
gonna break up
Dang.
with Target. I buy so much of their clothing, and a lot of it is just not good quality. This category is self-care, so no more makeup backups
So
or
do that. So
skincare
we'll tackle
backups.
both of y'all.
I'm going to use the products I love all the way through and then get replacements when needed. New hair tools. My husband the other day said, wow, you have 50 curling irons. And I said, not wrong. So no more hair tools for me. This category is home decor. I don't have a lot of home decor to begin with. And if I did, I want to either make it myself or get it secondhand. I'm not, oh, my finger. I'm not allowed to go look at the Target dollar spot. This category is for mom life, so toys that I can't use long term. I am no longer going to be buying toys for toddlers. Honestly, I'm not going to be really buying toys this year unless it's a certain occasion, like birthdays, Easter, maybe do a boo basket. A new water bottle. I have every single brand in my house. I don't need a new one, no matter how cute it is.
This is ridiculous.
Buying on Amazon after 9 p.m. Honestly, any buying after 8, 9 p.m. I think I'm just exhausted and not in the right mindset after I put my daughter down to bed. So I'll just make it a rule that I can't buy anything after 9 p.m. Groceries. I need to stop buying doubles, so this year I'll be keeping an inventory of what I have in my kitchen. And this one is more for crafts. I'm not allowed to buy fabric unless I have a specific project in mind. I just did make a big order. This is what I have so far. I'll also be posting my dopamine replacement list because I'm such an emotional shopper. I need to find that replacement somehow. Hopefully have a little bit more control of my life. And there are a lot of things in my house that I know I don't need.
Here's my 2026 no buy list. No
I'm not seeing very many melanated people on here for the no buy.
In 2026
I guess we've
is
learned
matching
that lesson a
pajamas.
long time ago.
And that is because I have
Especially
over
with how many
25
in the
pairs of matching
freaking individual
pajamas,
stores
which I
we've
have accumulated
boycotted
in the
over the
past 2
years.
years, which means I have spent
Nobody wants
probably
anything
thousands of
good
dollars
for
on
us, so we're
pajamas
like,
just
fuck it, why
alone.
are we going to
So
support
that is
y'all?
going to be a very difficult category for me to curb
Village.
because I love buying matching pajamas from everywhere. In
Mm-hmm.
2026, no new pajamas. The second category that is ostentatiously large in my eyes is workout sets. It is a category where I have an abundance of workout sets. I have over 15 pairs of matching just pant sets. I have over 10 pairs of just short sets that match. That's not counting the skirts that match
I want some
or
fish
any
and
of the
chips.
vests that match that outfit. And then
That
the
sounds
other
bomb
20
right
plus
now, but I'm
leggings
not
that I own
hungry.
just for running alone.
It's
So
crazy.
no new workout sets. Use what you have, Erica. Something that goes along with that really well actually is running shoes. I have trained for 4 marathons now, and only in the first marathon did I max out the mileage on my shoes. So the past 3 marathons that I have run, I have continuously bought running shoes and not maxed out their mileage. So a goal for this year is to max out the mileage on my running shoes and to not buy any new running shoes in 2026. The other category that I also spend a lot of money on and don't use up is skincare. And so this is a category I think I'm really going to focus hard on this year. It goes along with my Project Pan from last year of just using the skincare that I have and using it up till the end and not replacing anything or buying anything just because, and only having what I need in my cupboards. So really, again, not overspending on a category that I already have the necessities for and only replacing it when it's completely gone. And the last the last topic, it's really funny and I laugh at myself because I fall victim to a lot of TikTok supplement scams. They may be scams, they may be not, but they send me supplements and I take them and I see no difference. So in 2026, I am cutting out spending on TikTok Shop for the supplement category. I'm only going to go to tried and true supplement stores and really get what I need for my own body. And that looks different for every single person. So know yourself, know your body, and talk to an expert on what supplements to take, and let's stop buying off the TikTok shop for these supplements. We have no idea where they came from. But that's my 2026 no buy list. What's yours?
Now, some other things that people are not buying is going to be any desserts, whether they're eating at restaurants. Soda is a huge one for me.
Yeah.
Not going to be ordering any drinks at any restaurants if I do go out. Water is free. Just ask for a water cup. Now, depending on your location, the water may not be the best quality, but for a majority of people, it's acceptable quality, and it's going to be a lot healthier than ordering a soda, which is going to be costing you $4 for something that pretty much costs the restaurant 10 cents to make. And it's kind of crazy that a lot of people spend money on sodas and also coffees and smoothies. These are all going to be very expensive, and if you cut out these from your budget, you're going to realize you're going to be saving a few hundred extra bucks every single year.
This year we're saving money, so I'm here to talk about my no buy list for 2026. I have it down here on my little notepad just so I don't forget. Starting off with fragrance, I'm very fortunate enough to receive a bunch of colognes and perfumes from PR, so I don't think I need any more when I have so many that I haven't even opened yet. Next up, I don't need any more new pairs of jeans or any denim on a regular basis. I only really use 2 to 3 pairs that I rotate around. I don't know, jeans can be really expensive, and the ones that I have right now I think I've had for a really long time and are really good quality, so I should be okay with what I have. I'm not buying any new pairs of shoes for 2026, especially sneakers or running shoes. Typically only wear boots or loafers, and I only really wear my sneakers when I go to the gym. I also own too many pairs of boots, so I think if anything, I need to sell or donate some of them. Next up is outerwear. I live in Chicago, so it gets really cold in the winter. Over the years, I've purchased and collected so many different types of outerwear, jackets of different materials and shapes, coats in different lengths. I have an extra room that is an extension of my closet with 2 full clothing racks of coats and jackets. Bags. I do not need any more bags. I technically have double the amount of bags because I live with my best friend, and whatever she has, I just usually borrow, and then vice versa. I just love having a best friend with a very, very similar style. It's basically double of anything. Next on the list are sunglasses. I don't need any more sunglasses. I have so much. I have so many pairs. But really, I only gravitate towards 3, 4,
I'm not gonna say nothing on
5
that
of them
one.
that I flip around, that I rotate. What I need to stop doing is buying a pair just for an occasion, because usually it gets so scared to wear my sunglasses to events, to festivals, to concerts. I just get scared I might lose them. At the end of the day, it adds up. So no more buying sunglasses. I'm trying to really convince myself that I don't need a new phone. So I'm gonna put that out there. If you do see me in real life and you notice that I have a new phone, call me out, because I do not need a new phone. I think as of now, I don't mind recording with my current camera and my phone. I don't need any additional tools or gadgets for filming content at home. I have all types of stuff that I've accumulated over the years as well. I have a lighting set. I have multiple tripods. I have 3 sets of mics, so I think I'm set to do stuff at home. That is all I have for today. Moving on to the top things that are on your no-buy list for 2026, because I'm curious to know. Okay, bye. Talk to you guys later.
End of the video.
Here's everything on my no-buy list for 2026.
There's more.
So I'm going to be sharing some things I will not be buying in 2026 because I don't need them. And I'm also trying to save my money because I'm a broke student. Okay, first is beauty bags.
How do y'all spend so much money on stuff? That's ridiculous.
If I already am using a hair oil and then I see another hair oil or another brand that I like, I'm going to finish using up my hair oil first before I go and buy another one, because I feel like when you buy something, you get a little dopamine and then you want to use the product right away. So I feel like if I start using up that product and I still have another product I need to use, then it's just going to be more difficult to get through them both. But also just buying extra of what I have just because there's like a sale going on or something like that. I haven't gone through that product at least twice already, and there's a sale and like the product is going on sale. I'm not gonna buy it again because I don't even know if I'm gonna end up finishing that product or if I really like that product enough to even get it again. Next is buying new books or buying books that I can get in the library. Now, I utilize my library system. Like, I abuse the library system. I am checking out every single book, and I only really buy books if the library doesn't have them, or like my local library. But also note to not buy new books until I finish old books. Like, I probably have like 4 books that I haven't went through, and I want to go through all of them before I start buying more books. Next is a water bottle. So I know you guys have probably seen this Awala on my page already. It's from Urban Rituals. As you can see, it has a little logo. I got that Awala as a gift, and my other water bottle, my Trunku water bottle, was also a gifted water bottle. I haven't bought a new water bottle ever actually. I don't think I plan to like buy anything or like Stanley or anything like that. My mom gets water bottles from her work too, so I don't really think I'll ever need to get a new water bottle like ever because we're always gonna have them. Next are lattes or like cafes, like buying lattes from cafes that are like $7. Oh my god.
Oh
I
wow.
went to this cafe. My drink was $10. I'm sorry, when I put my card down to pay for it, like after I took a sip of that drink, I just had to go outside and like touch grass because I was like, there's no way I just bought that when I could have made something taste equally as good at home. But yeah, this is everything on my no buy list so far. Let me know if I should make a part 2.
As a beauty content creator, I'm telling you, and a lot of companies are not going to like me saying this, you don't need to buy anything from the Sephora sale. You don't. I'm on a no buy right now for 2026. I have not bought anything new, beauty or skincare related, since December of 2025. The only thing that I have bought is a new face mist because I was just about to run out
That
of
clearly
my other
isn't
one,
working.
and that is part of my rule where if I need to replenish something, obviously I'm allowed to buy it because I need whatever it is that I'm using in my regular routine. But I have seen so many new product launches and drops since December of last year, and I have been able to hold out. This is coming from someone who loves beauty, okay? I love the New In Beauty page on Reddit. I'm on there 24/7, and I know I'm not going to buy anything. But I'm just letting you know, I'm seeing all of these videos like, here are the things you need to buy from the Sephora sale. The truth is that you don't need to buy anything from the Sephora sale. Overconsumption is really running rampant.
Right.
And I'm trying to prove to myself, for monetary reasons, really, that like I don't need to spend money all the time on new products that are coming out because I probably have something at home that gets the job done. So don't feel pressured watching all of these TikTok videos and feeling like you have to buy the next best thing because you really don't. And I get that a lot of brands are not going to want to hear that. But the truth is that you really don't need these new things. And like you will be okay without the new foundation or the new
double stagger.
blush.
Dope.
It's okay.
We just bought a car and we immediately decided to stop buying everything else. Well, just kidding. We're doing a no buy, low buy going into 2026 because we did have to buy a new car. It was not a choice by any means. I just bought a new car in cash 3 years ago. Because of a hailstorm, my insurance company decided to total it, so we had to get a new car against our own wants and desires. So here we are. I have chosen to go into 2026 with a no buy, low buy mentality, and these are some of the rules I'm going for. For context, I am married. I have 4 kids, one of which is going to college next year. So we will have 3 kids in the house for about half the year next year, and I feel like a lot of the no buy videos that I've seen either don't mention kids or they have rules that like don't apply to the kids. And as a 1-income household, we just can't do that. So here's my rule list. So first, what can we buy? Of course, these are the things that I am going to allow us to buy because obviously they're necessities and what we have deemed essentials. We have groceries, gas, anything medical, anything the kids need. So like if we need to replace clothes, shoes, things like that, school supplies in August, any planned gifts, we know birthdays are coming up, and anything that makes us money. So I've recently started
Poison and
bookbinding
burn,
and putting them on
that
Etsy. So
is
anything that
money
goes
makers in
into
this game,
that
for real.
from that money making hobby
Poison and
will be
burn, that's
included in
money
this
makers in this game.
exceptions list. Because we are a
Ooh,
one-income household,
655,
I am
dope.
actually putting a lot of rules on myself because I'm the one that goes shopping, I'm the one that pays all the bills. Even though my husband makes the money, I'm the one that controls it. So I am putting a lot of restrictions and rules on us because we need this paycheck to stretch even further with this big car payment now. We haven't had a car payment in like 7 to 8 years. So rule number 1 is we are going to only replace things when we need them. If something's broken, empty, outgrown, or unusable at this point is what we're going to do. The only exception to that is groceries because we do have a pantry that I do keep stocked. I go grocery shopping every 2 weeks and we have to keep our pantry full because I have 4 children and they eat me out of house and home. Next is a 48-hour pause. If I find something that I want to buy, if my husband finds something that he wants to buy, we're going to put it in our cart, wait 2 days, and if we still feel like it's a necessity, then we can reevaluate it at that point. We don't usually have a lot of problem with this. We need to cut down on spending in general. No boredom, emotional, overwhelmed spending at all whatsoever. No going into a store without a list. I don't go grocery shopping without a list anyway, but I do frequently be like, oh, hey, we need this. Oh, hey, let's get this snack. Oh, let's get this. So going in with a much more planned grocery list is going to make this a lot easier. No random eating out. And I know that we are definitely guilty of this. We don't eat out a lot at all whatsoever because we do have a lot of children, but it's those nights when, you know, I forget to take something out and it's like, oh, well, Brahms is just down the street. Let's go get some cheeseburgers. Or, you know, we're out already doing something and it's like, oh, we don't have time to cook dinner, we might as well just grab taco shop and come home. I need to make sure that the nights that we are going to be out have something in the freezer that can just be popped in the oven, or something that's quick and easy that can be made super fast, because we cannot spend $40 to $50 on fast food going out anymore. Oh, seasonal rebuying. And I know this isn't generally a problem for me personally because I don't like change our decor and whatnot every season, but I will, you know, when Christmas comes around, when Thanksgiving comes around, it's like, oh, that's a cute little cup. I think I need a new coffee cup. I did that twice this year actually for Christmas, and my husband's like, if you buy another cup, we are going to have problems. We don't have enough room. You don't drink enough coffee for that. Definitely no seasonal rebuying unless it is broken, damaged, or needs replacing. No fantasy life purchases. And now I know that we don't typically have a problem with this.
Attention to that. That's gonna mess around, get me
know
done.
that keeping up with the Joneses is definitely something that a lot of people struggle with. And
nah, not me. I don't care.
I feel like it is an important thing to cut that spending out. You don't need to live above your means to have a happy life. And that's a really big part of what the series is. So this video is getting super long. So I'm going to cut it here and I'll pick up the rest of the rules in the next video.
Who else do we need to stagger? Satan, get thee behind me. Oh, we got a documentary now. I don't know if the world's ready for that. The video that wants to pop up next, I'm not sure if the world is ready for it, to be honest with you. That right there is going to be some stuff that's going to probably trigger a lot of people. Because there's a lot of people who don't want to admit things, you know? You feel me? You feel me? So with that, I think I'm going to end up jumping into this one. I'm going to watch this video, and then I'm going to end up jumping off. Because I've been on here for a good little minute.
12 missing or dead scientists. I think it started in 2014. And scientist number 12 that I'm...
Ooh. I got to adjust this one, though. I keep that like that. What I'm going to need to do, though, I'm going to have to adjust the flames. Do what? Oh. You say you just looking at other people's levels? Okay. Oh my god. Somebody's level 100? Yeah. She's in red. Yeah, that's pretty high. XXV, I don't know what that means. I don't know. They say XXV. Yeah, that's gonna be a little intense. Good luck. Are they on your team? Who? I said, are they on your team? No. No. I'm just looking at other people. That's definitely not on my team. Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure out what you doing, what you talking about. What's happening?
I'm about to tell you about right now said something to her own son that I can't stop thinking about, right? Her name was Dr. Ning.
What was that? What the in your ear? Wearing a mask, man. Wearing a mask? Yeah. What the?
I appreciate everybody who's been tapping in, running up at 7 Up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop my uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. This is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, helps let it grow, helps let it get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content.
Tap in with this content, man.
I appreciate you if you're watching TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger 1 or 2.
Dang.
I hope not.
I got pretty good internet. We all up on it right now.
Shout out to the collective. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. For real. If you ever watched any videos, supported anything we've ever built here, I appreciate y'all, man. Genuinely, I love y'all. Y'all don't know how much y'all helped me grow. Also seen some of y'all not getting notified. I knew that was the case. Y'all not getting y'all notifications. Y'all don't even know we posted it till the next day. I know that's the case, bro. Y'all cannot rely on the notifications. You cannot do that. Just like you can't rely on a system, you can't rely on a notification, bro. They ain't gonna notify you. Why would they? You gotta do it. So whenever you just hop on here, you gotta refresh the page or you gotta come searching for the channel directly. You ain't gonna get notified, bro. I knew that was the case. That's why I kept asking y'all, was y'all receiving the notification?
Dang.
I knew that was it.
You put burn on everybody?
Don't let them
is that?
Control
this mother cunt.
You trying to look
Dang.
for.
Oh man, this is not good.
I don't know how long we're gonna keep going. I don't know when the end will come. You know, there's always the beginning and the end of everything. I don't know when the end gonna come. I don't know when it's gonna be that last day that we just stop posting. We transition into something else. I don't know when that day be. But every day we do this, I don't take it for granted. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. But y'all help me though. But we can't keep going without y'all. But I just want to tell me, like, y'all thank me, I keep y'all energy straight.
And then you drop down even further. To build a practical gravity modification device, right? Dope. Using superconductors, not theory, a device. NASA started working with her, and scientists described what she built as a gravity-like force that you can point in any direction. In 1999, she was featured in Discover magazine, and then she vanished from public life. Founded a company called AC Gravity LLC, got nearly $500,000 in DoD funding in 2001, and then nothing. She fell off the face of the earth. No results ever became public. Her research became classified, top secret clearance. She legally could not publish or speak about her findings to anyone. Her son said in an article that when he asked her about her work, she looked at him and said, "I don't know anything, and neither do you. And if you do, you forgot." Tragically, in 2014, she was crossing the street on her own campus when a car struck her. Permanent brain damage. Her husband actually witnessed the accident and suffered a heart attack on the scene. He died the following year, but she developed Alzheimer's and spent her final years unable to remember or speak. She died in Huntsville on July 27th, 2021. A year later, Amy Eskridge, the woman researching gravity modification in the same city, yeah, she's dead too. This isn't a cluster of coincidences anymore. This is a timeline, and it goes back further than anyone has been talking about. 12 scientists, one pattern. I'm gonna keep digging.
They on some
stuff
right there.
I have to share this thing with you about my house. It was like this when we bought it. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. TT. And we're about to remove it, so I want to share it with the world. before we completely eliminate it forever. Move, move,
said move.
Move. You're not allowed in here. You'll see why the cat's not allowed in here in a second. All right, upstairs, second floor, little tiny door. Okay?
Okay, so I can do that. Dope.
You see that?
What is that? Is that sand?
That's sand.
What the heck?
That's all sand. It's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches on the whole floor of the whole room, even back in the closet. On the second floor, it's even got seashells in it. It was like this when we bought it. And needless to say, we are getting rid of it as quickly as possible. But I just had to share it with the world before we did so. There are some people in our family who think we should keep this. I am not one of them. I can't wait to get it out.
What do y'all think that room was used for? I'm trying to keep my mind from going to where I think it's going, but nah, I'm not even gonna close my mind off to that. I feel like they was using that to keep a kid up in there. I should not. This for entertainment purposes. What I said ain't true. And for the record, whenever we watch something on camera, I don't advise anyone to attempt, try, or do anything you see on camera.
Why am I standing in the Walmart of Thailand, about to buy a watermelon, a seeded, locally grown watermelon for 69 cents? Not a half, a whole watermelon for 69 cents. 22 baht. Look it up, it's 69 cents. Wow. What? And by the way, this is 27 baht, or 75 cents for a giant seeded watermelon, locally grown.
Can't find that shit here, bro. You know why.
How come we were never told about this? King James Version. Proverbs 15:11. Hell and destruction are before the Lord. How much more than the hearts of the children of men? Notice all caps, Lord right there. Seriously, check this out. Ethiopian Bible. Proverbs 15:11. Sheolah and Abaddon are before Yahweh. How much more than the hearts of the children of men? If you want the name Yahweh put back in your Bible, just grab the Ethiopian Bible below. It has the name Yahweh, the full 88 books. It wasn't reduced to 66 by the wicked kings. It's from the only country to never be conquered by Rome. You can verify this with World War II. The Allies saved Ethiopia from the wicked Mussolini. It's got the full Apocrypha, the books of Enoch, fallen angels, Nephilim. Don't buy those separate. They're in the Bible. The Book of Jubilee, and it's got an audiobook. What more could you ask for, really? Just grab it now, as long as it's less than $99, because they can make these expensive, and the truth is hard to find.
I keep telling y'all, these new AI scammers are targeting women and children. They no longer want your money, they want your life. This woman dropped her daughter off at school, went home. When she got home, she received a FaceTime call from her daughter, or at least she thought it was her daughter.
Hey y'all, listen, I just had something so scary just happen to me. I got a FaceTime call from my daughter's phone, and it was my daughter. And she was like, hey mommy, I'm sick, can you open the door? Mind you, my daughter is in school right now.
The person on the phone said, Mommy, I'm sick. Can you please come open the door? Mind you, she's thinking this is her daughter. The person on the phone looks exactly like her daughter. Knowing that she just took her daughter to school, she asked her daughter, how did you get home? I just took you to school. Remember, she takes her daughter to school and she picks her daughter up. Nobody else does this. The person on FaceTime said that somebody brought her home. And this is where shit gets crazy. She grabs her other phone, looks at the camera on the phone in front of the front door, and nobody is there. So she starts questioning the person on the phone. What school do you go to? What did we have for dinner last night? All questions that her daughter should know. And that person wasn't able to answer those questions. Look at this shit.
They said, can you open the door? And I'm like, can I open the door? How did you get home? Or whatever. And she was like, oh, my friend brought me home. And I'm like, what friend? So I'm like, hold on. I get my whole phone, look at my camera on my phone, nobody was there. So I said, what school do you go to? And she was like, why are you asking all these crazy questions? Did you just open the door? No, what school do you go to? I said, are you in danger? No, I'm not in danger. So I said, what did we have for dinner last night? Oh my God, Mom, I don't remember. Oh my God, I don't remember. How many siblings you got? Why are you asking all these questions? Just open the door for me, please. I hung up.
This is almost the same type of situation that I told you that a man just went through, where someone called his daughter's phone, and that person was acting like him. However, these people are getting information on you and your kids, these people have that information because they're using that information. Y'all need to be careful because none of this shit is random. These people are playing for keeps. You gotta play for keeps as well. Pay attention.
Deep into your dreams, you start getting lucid in your dreams. You could bring back frequencies and tones, beats, music that you have never heard of in a physical. And you got you some hits. If you're an artist, you can see different colors, different ideas, different type of shit that only exists deeper and deeper within yourself. A deeper part of yourself only has access to that shit. Most of the shit y'all see, castles, ideas, structures, all type of stuff, it come deep from your dreams. A lot of y'all don't know that the government be using people to do remote viewing to make sure you can't do certain shit. They even got people set and being set in an astral plane to make sure you can't do certain shit. So let's put the physical to the side and let me tell you what I experienced, and hopefully it can activate something within your eyes. When I focus on something, it takes me there. So I could be talking to some females in my dreams, and then I can look at a tree. If I look at that tree, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna pull me to that tree. It's like my higher self be controlling everywhere I go in my dreams, as long as I'm lucid. As long as I'm lucid. If I'm not lucid, let's say I've been drinking that day, or let's say I like just been toxic in the physical. I don't have no control over my dreams. It's kind of impossible. It's hard for you to remember. But look, in this particular dream that I had last night, I was having a conversation with this older guy with gray hair. He looked like, you know how bums be looking? It was this older guy, gray hair. And you know how bums be looking when they be just like looking dirty, and they be having all the facial hair, but it's supposed to be gray, but it looked kind of dirty. And he was drinking and shit. And I'm asking myself this. Why am I dreaming about a bum that's sitting here? Now, where we were sitting was crazy because at where we were sitting, my nigga, it was only me and him there. I asked myself, how come I take 3 Harataki to activate my third eye? I tap in with myself. And y'all give me a dream of a bum? This is what I was asking myself because I was lucid enough to know what was going on. It was nothing for me to focus on that could take my attention away from the bump. It's like the right? Now listen to me, y'all. It's like my whole undivided attention. So look, I was having a conversation with him, and the majority of the conversation I can't even remember, but I remember he was talking about ancestors. Right? Not I be wanting my dreams to be spiritual, but they be fine. Like, I be wanting my dreams to be something that I really can grasp and take back with me and keep experiencing over and over. But 9 times out of 10, it's like my dreams be getting these random pathways, random things. So he having a conversation with me about ancestors. And y'all know, a whole line of ancestors.
Throwing sonar grenade!
The majority of our ancestors that y'all supposed to be working for, but those that go crazy is the ones that's bad. It's a have like a demonic bad spirit. Well, this you don't know, but during you came here to just end generational curses that was put upon you to raise your vibration, to raise your soul level even higher. Bro, this shit is like a video game.
One thing I can say is Soul Illuminati has always been dropping gems. I wasn't even doing content.
Okay, I get it. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
But she didn't really watch him that much, but he would pop up. And I would hear what he's got to say, and I'll be like, bro, he's dropping gems. With the music thing, he giving the game. If you like music, try to do that with your dreams, bro. I'm telling you. Y'all like them songs I be dropping? Y'all see where it's coming from.
Check this out, my bro. He found the ice wall, the Antarctic ice wall that encompasses our stationary Earth 360 degrees as depicted in all of our ancestors' drawings, as depicted by world that contains indicators the ice wall. This is not CGI, this is not AI, none of that. It's just facts. It's right in front of your face. Look it up. It's real.
Well, Hollister, California is where? Yeah. You know that's not even from California? That's not even from California.
California first? Where is it from? Utah. On all of their clothes, it says Hollister 1922. Yeah. Right? The only reason they made this brand because in the 2000s, Abercrombie and Fitch. Yeah. That's the original brand. And then Hollister is like a sister company. They weren't making enough sales and they needed something more trendy. No. So they decided, it's trendy right now. California. California was the coolest back in the 2000s, right? They made up this whole story that Hollister's from California, down in 1922, Ohio. No. That's where they found it. So they just made this in like a meeting room. Yeah. Like a surf shop. They made a whole backstory. None of this is weird. What? And in the walls and in
Watch out!
The story.
There!
Yeah.
Taking damage! Taking damage!
The Hills Have Eyes.
I got you. Okay, let's go.
Does not get talked about enough. This movie right here is so crazy. All of them are wild, but that first one, because we found out basically like a nuclear bomb had dropped in Mexico, and then anything that was in like 1,000 feet ended up getting like mutated, like humans became mutated.
Down there.
So they were humans, but you know, it just happened wrongfully, and they went out and Mexico and started clowning. But I remember when I first seen this movie, I couldn't believe the stuff I was seeing.
Back in play!
Trailer scene, I can't get too deep into it, but him right here, dude, is wild.
Taking damage! Got one of them! Stay sharp! One less enemy!
We all think he's wild.
Bringing you back!
The Hills Have Eyes. And the thing what was crazy was they was not dumb at all. They were actually very smart, very intelligent. But they had gadgets, all that. And it was the fact that they was trapped out in the desert, bro. They were trapped in the desert, and then the Hills Have Eyes was taking them to their houses. And
watch out! Up there!
Like, one less to worry about. Deals that behind people that's out there. Y'all know these based on true stories, right? Like, I'm telling you, this is crazy. I forget the family. Do y'all wish I did a video? But yeah, this part was crazy. So,
one down.
Pluto, I think that's his name, was in the house with the axe. Crazy work. Let me know if y'all want me to do some deep dives on wrong turn movies in the Hills Have Eyes.
Eyes up, stay sharp!
Outside. That is the ugliest, grossest thing. No, there's not. No, there's not. There's babies in there? Oh my god. They are little bitty. Get out. Get out. Chrissy.
Danger! Up there! Took a hit!
Shit at you. I just literally want you to know that nigga better than me. Bitch, you got a random ass possum drooling all on your blanket, bitch. Then you tell her it's hundreds. Bitch, I'm finna punch you hundreds of times. If you don't get this goddamn Remy and Fasted possum out my fucking room, bitch.
What is going on with Cash Patel? It's reports flying
Threat
around
detected.
Right that this man be
Scanning for opponents.
And he has been paranoid. And it got me thinking, what would make this man drink and be paranoid? Now he did come out and clear the allegation. So much so that the people who put the allegations out there in the first place, he's talking about suing him. Now I don't know if he's been drinking and he's clearly paranoid, but from my observation and yours, because I'm about to show you a video, let me know what you think. I know you watch this man face. If it is paranoia, this is the video. Nobody knows till this day.
Danger down there!
Enemy down! Everything he deserved. And he was clearly giving signals. Look at this shit. Is there something deeper behind the scenes that's going on that we don't know about yet? Whatever it is, this situation got a lot of people paying attention right now.
Down there! Scanning that area. On down.
Okay, I'm back!
Bro, what was that?
This footage from the early 2000s was submitted by Wayne Campbell, who had been given an address for a job interview for assistant manager at a newly opening Blockbuster video location. Wayne arrived at the address provided, but could not find a Blockbuster location. He began filming when he noticed an odd rustling sound coming from the woods. What emerged from the tree line has not been formally classified. The subject appeared to be bipedal before transitioning to quadrupedal locomotion at an estimated speed of 35 miles per hour. Wayne made it home safely, but never did get a Blockbuster job for something potentially more sinister.
Preacher Boy Sanders in the car is stacked. And he basically told Sanders, I want a guitar of blues player in the car. He said that was Charles Patton. And he found out
They got me!
Of Sanders that he lied to Sanders. Yes, Stack lied to Sanders about this guitar. Come to find out, it's actually
Honey, I'm home!
Guitar. And they
got me!
Whatever happened to the cops? Smoke ended up taking the cops out because his cops was stacking smoke, but he could have stacked the most. So smoke and he was like, you know what, you gotta go, take the cops out. And that's what told us that their father was a bad person. We even found out because of Sandy's father in the church, he was always going around. Reloading!
Taking damage! Enemy I can do this!
Obviously, he's a great blues player. You know the story about Robert Johnson, about how he went down to the crossroads, got his guitar tuned up by the devil so he could be a blues musician, right? So it was a theory out there where people said, what if Robert Johnson was smoking his father? But the time was but what if Smoking Stack's father actually got the same deal that Robert Johnson got with his guitar? And think about it. If this is